Hey, good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we got a really busy day today. The weather's been really nice. We got a ton of rain the other night. I didn't have my rain gauge set up, but I'm pretty sure we got, gosh, I want to say, I know the neighbor right down the road and his said 2.5 inches, and then I think the next day we got another half inch or so, something like that. But we're supposed to get hit again tonight, possibly. It could be severe storms, I don't know. But anyway, I got a bunch of stuff I want to try and get done before it gets sloppy again. So one of the first things I got to do this morning is get the cows moved to the fresh cows moved to a new paddock. You probably can't see way down there. Let's see here, I got my hands full. Way down right there, they're grazing. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's hard to tell on this little screen, but anyway, I'm gonna get them moved over and into some fresh grass, and then after that I've got some, let's see, I've got a nurse cow, those calves, and a couple dry cows over to a friend of mine's. I got to go get those today, bring them back, put them on the backside over with the those other nurse cows and calves that I just put out the other day. And then I am trying to make time to work on that tractor a little bit this afternoon too, because I got to get that done. I've got the local NRCS, they have a drill that you can rent, and I'm supposed to be getting that drill later next week. And I got some orchard grass that I'm going to try and get planted. I've got about 13 acres down there. I had planted a little oats last year. There was a couple spots down in our alfalfa and pasture, specifically that alfalfa, that just didn't turn out real well. And I've been cutting hay off of it, but I haven't been yielding very much. So anyway, I tilled it up and kind of did a little experiment, 5 acres. And this was before I had planned on, this is before we had really started milking the cows. I planted 5 acres of corn. It was an open pollinated corn, just to kind of see what it did. And then there was 8 acres of oats that I planted last year. And so those 2 spots, I've got to get them scratched up a little bit and then get them planted. The oats, I did an underseeding of, what was it, clover, red clover, but it didn't turn out real well. The drill somehow, I don't know if one of the screws came loose in the settings or something, but I ended up planting way heavier than I was supposed to. And so the oats, or the clover ran out. I don't even know if I got a third of it planted with clover, because I planted it too heavy and too thick. But anyway, so we're going to, I got to get that tractor finished and put back together, because I like to use that tractor on the disc. It works real well with that disc we have. And I'm not going to do any heavy tillage on that. I'm just going to, the corn, I just want to knock the stalks down a little bit, flatten everything out. And it does need, I did plow it last year, and I didn't do a great job of getting it all smoothed out. Our field cultivator doesn't do a very good job, and I even harrowed it, but it's still pretty bumpy. And so I want to get it back as smooth as I can, because we plan on, I'm going to use it for pasture, but I'll also hay it. And and our hay ground, I want that smooth, real smooth, so that way I can, because you can go pretty quick with our mowers, and for efficiency. And so I want to make sure I get that ground smoothed out pretty good. So I got to hit it with the disc a little bit, and I'm only going to disc down even the where the oats were. It was just a lot of foxtail. The clover's starting to come up, so I don't want to tear that clover up, but I'm only going to disc down maybe an inch or 2, something like that, just to kind of knock down the ridges and kind of smooth it out a little bit. So, and then the other thing I got to get done too is that water tank. I put new fittings. I got some new valves for that, my big water tank, and so I got to get that down in the field where my dry cows and those nurse cows are, so they've got a constant flow of water. Because I just there's only a couple of them down there, so I just threw a tank down there and threw some water in the tank, which is fine for now. But when I bring these other ones over, they're going to need more water than that. So that's what's on the agenda today, so let's get started. Got to grab some posts here. I keep all my fencing stuff. This is this building right here is the old corn crib. There's 2 bins over here. They each hold about 500 bushel of cob corn, and then there's a lean-to off the side here. This has just got a bunch of random wood and stuff. I've got the manure spreader in here right now. Got our old plow in here, and then that's buried right there is the old sickle mower. That thing is a rattle trap, but I'm not getting rid of it because it was Grandpa's So let's grab some posts. Don't need too many. Excuse me, ladies. We've got in fact, her right there, she's got a calf yet. That's she's I think she's 4 years old, 5 years old, something like that. She's a heavy hitter. She's a good cow, really good cow. Produces a lot of milk. And then we got this one right here. She's got a calf yet, and she has got a monster bag on her. I'm excited to start milking her. Her bag is huge. And then this one right here, she's got a calf yet. And then this one right back there, she has the calf yet. So I got 4 yet to have calves yet here. So this is pretty simple. I'll kind of show how this is just a short little run. This will be easy, but I use these. I learned these from a friend of mine. I learned to use these instead of, I've got, in fact, well, I'll show you, there's one way over there, but I've got those geared reels, and I do not like those things. This is just a extension cord reel, and I just buy it's half the price as one of those geared reels, but it's just a extension cord reel with some poly braid wire. I love these. They're easy to use, they're easy to handle, and they work great. So basically I just run it across, put my posts up, and I've got a fence going across up there, and you just hook onto that side, run it down over here, put a few posts up, hang it on the post, and then you can see here I've just got a steel wire connecting right here to keep your voltage coming across. So we're just going to unhook this. That disconnects power for everything over here. The rest of this is all dead, so I can just touch it with my hands. And then this wire I've got running along here on this terrace is still hot, so I'll use that to energize everything. So what I'll do here is I'll use one of these pigtails. I use these for corner posts, and just put this in the ground and then use 1 or 2 of these. Usually one's good enough, depending on how far you're going. If you got a really long stretch, you might have to use 2 of these. But just put this in an angle to hold it up so it doesn't fold over, and then I'll just run this all the way down for my alleyway, and then go around and unhook that other one, and replace the alley fence on this side with this new reel that goes down there. But I got them moved, got their fence put up over there, got this ran all the way down for the new alleyway. I got to run down, roll that other wire up, excuse me, and then connect down there to that wire going along there. So the way this works is I've got the fence energizer is up in the cattle barn over there on the right side, and it comes down along the railroad tracks, and then it cuts across. There's that terrace right there in the middle of that. There's an 8-acre pasture on that hillside, and right through the middle I've got that fence coming across. That feeds across and then down the alleyway, and then it comes back up this hill and it connects to this right here to keep this hot. And so right now, like I said, by disconnecting down there, that deadens the whole farm all the way back. So I'm gonna run down, I got to roll that wire up and then connect this new wire that I just ran out for the alleyway, connect it over to that side, and after I get all that done, then I'll come back down here and connect over there on that side to this steel wire, and that will energize everything here, including the rest of the farm where all the dry cows are. This is one of those geared reels I was talking about, and I know there's some guys that just they just rave about these things. I hate these things. They're heavy, and when you get going on the four-wheeler, it'll start spinning and it really gets going, and then sometimes you can't get it stopped. And I have nothing but problems with these. I know some guys like them. That's fine. It's you know, to each their own. My opinion, I don't think they're worth it. They're expensive, and they're heavy. Like I said, it is nice to have the hook on it, but with the way I use it with those other reels, I can just hook it right over top of the fence post and it works just fine. I've got 3 of these because that's what I bought when I first kind of got started, and so I use them obviously, and they work okay, but I would take those other reels any day over these. And like I said, they're about half the price. So I've got this all set up. I just need to tighten it. When I go to tighten it, you'll see it's got the handle down here. I just tighten it so the handle hooks on the barbed wire right there, and then I've got my wire down here, and I'll just take that and wrap it right around here. This poly braid, I think it's got 3 different conductors in it, and what'll happen is if you don't get it wrapped enough times, you won't touch the conductors enough and you won't get a very good connection. Now, I'm sure some people are wondering why I run a new wire down here every single time. It's because I don't have enough reels. I just ordered 2 more of those poly braid wire rolls, and I got a couple more cord reels I'm going to put them on. So typically what I would do is I would just run this line down and roll it out that way, and then when I get to the corner post, that's where I would leave the reel, is down at that corner post. And then as I move my cross wires going this way, my cross fences, then I would just keep unrolling the reel further and further. But right now, between the horses and the cows, the dry cows, I don't have enough reels. Plus the bulls, I've got to get the bulls over to the neighbors, and so I've got to I ordered those 2 reels, and then I'll probably order a couple more reels because I don't quite have enough. Got to put some air in the tires. This is a used tire, but I just put it on last year, I think. The other one's back there behind it. It was in pretty rough shape, but I must have pinched the tube when I put it on there because it's got a really slow leak, and I just haven't had time to pull it off and fix it yet. So once I get these tires aired up, I got to move a trailer out of the way. And then the other thing I forgot I got to do today is clean the brooder out. We've got meat chickens coming tomorrow. We got 100 meat birds coming tomorrow, so I got to get the brooder cleaned out for them so I can get them put in there. Oh yeah, she's good. I got to get the oil changed in this thing. I got to change the oil in this and the skid steer both. So I just got the chicken brooder all cleaned out. I didn't film any of that. There's nothing exciting about that. I hadn't cleaned that out since we had those hens in there a few months back, and so it was kind of nasty. But now anyway, I'm going to run over. I got to hook the trailer up to the truck, and then I'm going to run over and grab those other cows. Hopefully it goes fairly smooth.
So if you make sure this is not the end of the video, make sure to put a like and subscribe. If you have any comments, put it down below. This is what they were in last time when we just got them in here.
All right, buddy, let's keep going.
Okay, we'll see you at home. Bye. The same video, so make sure to like and subscribe down below. This is us going. That 5%. Oh my God.
All right, well, we got them back. So that's a good feeling. I got all the cows back here on the farm. I got to separate that nurse cow off, or those calves off that nurse cow, and then they're old enough. They're 7 or 8 months now, so they're plenty old enough to get weaned. And then we're gonna see if I can get these other 2 cows, or the other 2 calves that I've got in the barn here that I've been bottle feeding. I'm gonna see if I can get them to suck on that nurse cow. I think she's a pretty loving mother, so I think she'll take them pretty easily. But anyway, that's kind of the plan. So I'm gonna probably separate those calves and that nurse cow off in the morning, first thing in the morning, and then take the other dry cows down, push them down in the field with the other ones, and then see if I can get those calves put on tomorrow, and then separate those other 3. So anyway, that's probably going to be it for the video. It's already it's like 3 o'clock, and I've got a meeting tonight, so I got to milk a little bit early tonight. So I'm not going to get to working on the tractor again, but we got some rain days. It's supposed to rain, I think, tonight and tomorrow, and so hopefully I'll get a couple rain days in the shop to get working on that. But anyway, guys, if you're still watching, we really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you like what we're doing here and what we're showing, you know, feel free to share this with anybody else that you think might enjoy it as well. So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.